Hey guys, welcome to tonight's Big Brother 18 chat.
This is episode 27.
It's eviction night.
Alright, so Paulie and Corey are on the block.
Da, 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 hallelujah.
Yeah.
It's pretty, come on, it's exciting.
It is.
Come on.
They're practically married. Alright, so...
Paulie is really upset to be up against his boy.
His
and the veto is over, so there's no chance of one of them coming off the block.
One of them's going home. So
and Paulie's like, I'm not going to campaign against my one true love here, Corey.
That's right.
Yeah, right. He's been campaigning all week.
Paulie hates butterflies.
Okay.
Are you surprised?
What the frig was that? Paulie and James in the backyard. I thought he was going to tell some story about, like, I don't know, maybe like a relative passed away that like really loved butterflies or something, and it like made him sad to remind. No, that's not what it was at all.
No. He's like, that thing better not come near me and try and land on me.
Didn't he say they were like spirits or something? There's something weird. I don't know. There's something weird going on there.
So James coined the butterfly effect.
Oh, James.
Made Corey cry.
Oh my god.
Not Corey. Paulie.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Corey was crying on the inside. Just kidding. He hates animals.
I know.
No! But anyway.
He hates goats.
Anyway.
Paulie refuses to bake his pies.
Alright, so like, here's what happened.
Say, can you see?
Zing.
Zing.
I know, I kept thinking it was actually but anyway. After last night's episode, a lot of people were really upset because we did not see what a jerk Paulie was this week. But we did get to see him refusing to bake the pies tonight.
That was not the 1/4 of it.
I mean, this was the tip of the iceberg, but I'm glad that they at least showed part of it. So he was all like, I'm not going to bake a pie. I'm going to work out.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh my god, what is he doing?
I'm surprised they didn't show him naked under his apron.
They didn't play into that because it happened multiple times. They were just like, you know what? We're not going to do it.
I'm sorry. I am just so over Paulie. He is a complete dick.
Ah! Okay, so anyway, he's all like, I'm not going to do it. And then Corey was like, you need to get your shit together.
He gives him a real pep talk. Thanks, coach/lover Corey.
Oh my god. One of my favorite parts of the speech, I'm not even sure if they showed it on the episode, but on the feeds, he was like, please stop. So he's basically telling him, like, you need to get it together. If not for yourself, do it for me.
I don't know who's more mental out of the two of them.
I don't know. But anyway, it seemed to work because he kind of snapped out of his funk, sort of.
Maybe it was the 3 trips to the diary room threatening probably to breach of contract. How about that?
I don't know.
All right, so Paulie, he must have the biggest balls in the world. He goes to Natalie and apologizes to her.
Well, he's trying to save face here. He's thinking maybe I can get some votes and stay this week, but first he's got to mend some fences.
It was not sincere.
They talked about the whole Zakiya situation again, and Natalie's like, I was just looking out for my friend.
You know what? Natalie is a freaking saint for not saying, like, get out of here.
Get the F you out.
She is so classy in this situation. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know how she, like, didn't laugh in his face. But she was just like, okay, I accept your apology. Moving on.
Paulie actually decides to campaign.
Or, like, admits... What the hell was that?
I don't know.
You sound like a bullfrog.
It kind of was. You know, like when you get that little air caught in there, but it was...
Alright, well, he admits that he's campaigning, because he's been campaigning all week.
Come on.
Let's be honest here.
That was so BS. Oh, I'm not gonna I'm gonna use the veto on you, and I'm not gonna That's why
I'm gonna let you have the veto, which is why I'm taking it from your hands.
Yeah. So he goes to Paul and he's like, hey, can you throw me a sympathy vote like you did for Victor when he was on the block?
And this was so annoying because you know Big Brother's trying to make it look like he's got a chance, but there was no way he was gonna get any votes this week. No.
So Paul's like, yeah, all right, goodbye. And then James, he goes to him and he's like, you know, you should really keep me because I could defeat Victor. He's a Goliath. I'm a Goliath.
But two Goliaths battle it out. This was one of his main selling points this week. That and him not wanting to go to the jury house. And wanting to play for his aunt who's dying of cancer. Which we did not see on the episodes.
No.
But he was really pushing that.
Well,
really pushing
his
that.
aunt, his grandmother, pneumonia, cancer.
I don't know. But anyway. You know,
cold. I don't know.
I sympathize. I feel bad. Like, I hope that his aunt gets treatment and everything. But, like, it's dirty campaigning.
It's dirty. It's very dirty. Then he asked Natalie for her vote. Really? You have got balls the size of the Empire State Building.
Remember when he was trying to get James and Natalie up on the block this week? Okay. So anyway, that was enough of that.
Let's
now we've
take
got
a break from this bullshit.
2 outside segments and like extended.
Yeah.
They did not waste time on what was actually happening in the house this week.
Because they couldn't show any of it. They didn't want to.
Every other word was an
Paulie
F-bomb.
look bad. Yeah. So it's time for the Brenchel, baby.
Oh my God, Brenchel! This was great though.
We named our baby Adora Borealis.
We met everyone! I love them, by the way.
I do too. Why didn't they name their baby Aurora Borealis?
Maybe they didn't want to. Maybe they like Adora.
But Aurora is a real name.
Well, this is a real name now too, okay?
Now it is.
You know, there are probably other babies out there with that name. Alright, but she was so cute.
We're so competitive. We beat everyone. We beat Jeff and Jordan, and we beat
Danny and Dom.
And future showmances turned romances.
Right. But anyway, Rachel's all like, my baby is gonna be on Big Brother. And Brendan's like, nope.
Yeah. I think you should keep that baby off of Big Brother.
Yeah. So then they were talking about who they like this season.
Rachel likes James and Natalie.
She says they're the most real showmance, and I have to agree.
She's for that. Mm-hmm. And Brendan says that Paul has the best shot of winning.
I think he does too.
I think so too.
He's playing a great game.
Absolutely. All right, so now let's visit the jury house.
I always love this.
You know who's there so far? Davon, Zakiya, and Bridget.
Yep. Freaking Dave, were you reading The Secret and then reading your Bible? Good for you. You know, it must be nice to have a week alone in the jury house after being caught up in that craziness for so long.
So Davon got there first. She was disappointed that Zakiya arrived next after her.
Oh my God, Dave's reactions when they were watching the DVD from that week were hilarious. Because she was just like, you freaking see what I've been telling you this whole time about Paulie? Freaking no.
She found a quarter on the floor and she bought Z a clue. He's not that into you.
You know.
Meaning at all.
And Zakiya was all like, oh, I see it now, I see it. But I'm skeptical because she was saying the same things in the house, like, oh, I think Paulie might be using me or whatever. And she's still hooking up with him in the bumper car.
Is still gonna do him. And he will say yes.
All right, anyway.
Bridget arrives, my little Cabbage Patch. She's like, there's a boys' alliance.
Yeah. Yeah.
They all agree on one thing, and that is that they want Paulie to be the next one in the jury house.
Well, just you wait. All right, it's time to check back in with the regular house.
Julie, please make it all right. So it's time for them to plead for their lives, their Big Brother lives.
Right.
Paulie's up first.
Paulie gave like a 10-minute speech.
I love everyone.
He went through every person and like said something about them.
That was so freaking...
I was waiting for Julie to be like, enough!
Jesse from seasons...
Was it?
Whatever. Yeah, he was performing. It wasn't sincere at all.
Especially when he pulled Big Meech up and was like, it's time for you to have a showmance.
She
doesn't want Zakiya sloppy seconds?
She had the skimpiest ass cutoffs on underneath, and it was almost a very, very bad thing. Very bad. Then Corey, blah, 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 who cares? Nicole is sweet and cuddly.
Sweet and cuddly snake, he said.
Nicole's not doing anything in the house except Corey, so I mean, she's got plenty of time for cuddling.
All right, anyway, it's time for the vote.
And by a unanimous 5-0, Paulie is evicted.
Bye!
Bye, Felicia.
Yep.
All right, so then freaking Paulie is fighting back tears the entire time.
Well, he walks out there, and he picks Julie up.
Julie does not like that.
I was like, oh my god, she is gonna freaking kick him in the pee-pee. That's too much.
She's like, all right.
She doesn't like to be manhandled like that. She's a professional woman.
He was like freaking shaking her hand extra hard too. I wouldn't be surprised if he was reprimanded afterwards. Like,
Could be. Like,
you
need
keep
to freaking
your
calm
distance.
down. Yeah. So anyway, it was time to see if he had the round trip ticket. He did not. All right. So then it was time for questions.
Hey, you blew it. What happened? He trusted his alliance. Anyone in particular? No, they all screwed me.
He said it was a team effort.
Yeah. Why'd you want to quit? Now, this is hilarious. High freaking hilarious. It was all an act so that they would keep me.
Oh my gosh.
Really? Wow, you're really good then. You're going to get a lot of work after this because I thought those were real tears.
Really? Because some of it was like really fake. I don't know. Some of it was real and some of it was fake. I'll say that.
Okay.
Then she was asking, like, what's going on with Zakiya? We saw you guys banging. Is there going to be anything outside of the house?
You know, why'd you get rid of her? He's
like, I was kind of sad when she left.
No, he played it off like he had nothing to do with her going. Nothing.
And then he said, she was like, do you think there's going to be anything outside of the house? And he said, well, we'll have to see, like, how it is. And she was like, oh, so no.
He was like,
Julie knows what's up.
All right, so the goodbye messages were generally okay because he is a jury member.
Right.
Except for Michelle. He's the poor man's Derek.
It's true. He tried to play Derek's game and he didn't do it right.
He's really poor. All right. So then Julie orders all the rest of the house guests to open up their envelopes to see who has the ticket.
They had to show somebody had it.
Why the hell did they do it one at a damn time?
They had to kill time. But we find out in the end
worst.
that Paul had it, which is kind of cool because he was the one who actually solved the riddle first. He got the first ticket, so good job. It means nothing now.
Exactly.
But good job.
So the next care package is the co-HOH one. Who would you vote for?
Anyone but Corey.
I would definitely vote for Michelle.
There are only 4 people eligible for this one.
Right. The red alert went off before the end of the show.
This was amazing.
So Paul's running around. He gets to Nicole.
He says, nice pits, homie.
So what does she do?
Okay, and a really big announcement here. The first 5 jurors, rural jurors, are going to have the chance to come back.
They're bitter.
Oh my
bitter
God.
jurors.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Better not be PC. The one who shall not be mentioned.
Okay. I really hope it's either Day or Bridget or, potentially whoever goes this week. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
But also, tomorrow
Unless
night.
It's Corey.
Tomorrow night, special episode. Make sure you're checking that out. And then HOH competition, check back later tonight. The info of today's spoiler.
Yeah. And I guess that's a wrap.
Yep.
Until next time.
Much love.
Edit.